about why the president was there, why he chose that school.
He was here for about 50 minutes, and he chose this school because this is a model of children who are receiving vouchers under the state tax credit scholarship program. Of 350 children in the school, about 300 of them are recipients of the voucher program. The tuition here, I understand, is something like $6,000 a year. These are low-income children. It would be no way for them to go to this school without some assistance. So he came here. He visited the school. He got a chance to visit a classroom of fourth graders, and then he participated in a listening session with some folks. And I am joined by one of the folks who was in that listening session, and that is Denisha Merriweather. You might recognize her, Kate, because she was in Congress in the House of Representatives this past Tuesday, and as a guest of the president, someone who you also received a voucher program, and it made a difference in your life, didn't it?
I believe so, yes.
It got you out of high school?
Most definitely. They helped me pay for my college entrance exams and my SATs, and so it really benefited me.
Life changer.
Yes.
The other thing I want to ask you is, in that room where the president was listening to people, who was in that room? I understand it was parents with their children, not just from Orlando and this school, but from schools around the state.
Of course. It was really emotional there. A lot of students and their parents shared their story. Some of them were immigrants. Their parents immigrated to this country, and having a tax credit scholarship really allowed them to get into a school that really suited them. And it was really emotional, a lot of tears, and I really think he got the message.
A lot of people were crying. Why do you think there were so many people crying?
You know, just like my own story, a lot of these kids wouldn't have been able to receive a private school education if it hadn't been for the Step Up for Students scholarship. And so the zone schools where most low-income kids are living, you know, are not very good. And so being able to attend a private school on the tax credit scholarship really changed a lot of kids' lives. And that's why it was so emotional. It was so emotional for me, too, just to hear all of these kids' stories.
Did it take you back to your own experience?
Most definitely. You know, one middle school girl, she shared her story, and I literally could see myself in her because that's how I was.
What did she say?
She talked about how the tax credit scholarship changed her life, how her mother would not have been able to receive a private school education, and how once when she was sitting in the classroom, she didn't understand anything that was going on. And now her teachers had time to meet with her one-on-one, she said. And that reminds me of my own story because that's what happened to me. So,
because it was tough for you when you were in elementary school and middle school. You were failing at one point.
I failed twice.
In elementary school?
Yes, I failed the third grade twice.
But now you're in graduate school studying?
I am. Social work. I'm getting my master's in May. I'm so happy.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kate, a lot of stories like that all across this state, which has been a strong supporter of the voucher program. One of the reasons why the president brought his